30-minute overnight levels, especially front sides.
Good morning. I was working on a programming project and eventually I had to say, you gotta stop. Close, move on, come back to it later. All right, let me get my chart organized here because I was working on the MES chart, and so that's where I experiment with things so I can keep them separated easily. So, of interest, two things yesterday. Number one, we made it to expected range on that Trump candle. Like, it was so fast, there's no way I would have shorted it, but man, it coincided with the second thing, which is this trend line we've had on our chart. So we always talk about when you have a horizontal line and a diagonal line intersecting, it's a very powerful level. And so I wanted to just kind of bring that out. This is where I think it should be. I mean, you could swing this out a little bit more if you wanted, but I've kept it here until it was definedly broken somewhere right in there. And it's just of interest, right? Let's pull up our strong levels here. Let me just go back for a second. Let's just go back to here. Let's turn on our strong levels. So a diagonal line right there against the expected range. That's pretty cool. I didn't have the trend line on when this was happening. We were so far away from it, but it is of note, is it not? So, you know, it depends on how aggressive you wanted to be and where you mark that. Let me turn on my magnet tool. That's right. And then that's right. Well, I guess technically at this point, I should swing it to here. So let's swing it to there. Let's just make it perfect now. So yeah. All right, very cool. So man, what nice battle plans overnight. 250 pointers? Are you kidding me? You know, I really was seriously debating, George, just close it out down here. You know, because I missed making another 40 points in all honesty. And I said, you know, if we lose the strong level, you can always re-enter. In fact, you'd kind of say, well, I got 40 points to play with. So I want to go over that thinking again. So I want to bring up battle plan 2 and 3. That's all we need. Remove those further ones down. And let's go back in time here a little bit. Let's just come into here. Okay. So we had those two clean front side shorts last night. Just beautiful. So I was long from up here. And then took one off here as soon as we dropped underneath. I took one off here. I was actually going to re-engage right here. I was going to re-add. I said at 39, I was going to re-add. It didn't get to 39. So when we did that one more dip down, I moved my stop to here. So that's when I made the post. Hey, if you're short with multiple contracts, you held better than me. Right here would be the perfect TP, then hold a lotto runner. So I was looking at that going, man, should I really go ahead and TP? Because, okay, so I missed out on 30 additional points of profit. And say, all right, if it lost it, I could re-enter, and I kind of have 30 points to play with. Because we were coming into battle plan 3, and one of the things we talk about is if you're short or long coming into the next battle plan location, that's an excellent TP. So, you know, I was a little torn what to do there, because I did map out this bigger move, because if we took it all back, that could have been really nice. But if I'd have taken my profit I'd have had 30 points to play with. I don't know. So maybe I didn't trade that right by holding a lotto runner here versus just TPN, knowing I locked in 30 points. I kind of have 30 points to play with now, which could have offered perhaps an entry here and said, hey, I got 30 points to kind of play with. You know what I mean? So, oh well. Oh well. Still very nice mappings, very nice trades. So very cool. I'm happy with that. Let me turn on the other battle plan trades now. I don't think I need to see number. Well, I'm gonna keep number 3 on. I'm gonna remove number 2. All right. So when I sit down, I say, where do I want to engage in price? Well, battle plans 1, 2, and 3 already happened. I don't really have a level I'm interested in until down here. Now we could take the overnight low. Look at this. London does what London does. Took out both sides of Asia. We start laddering back up. I've got to pay attention to that. I don't need battle plan 3. I don't. All right. So let's go to a 1-minute chart. Unfortunately, this is in the first 6 minutes here. But a strong reclaim here. This is an entry. Battle plan 3 already played out for 50 points. So I don't give it much. What's the strength of it? I don't know. It's but we got to judge off what's happening now. What did we do? We made a new low. We took out the Asia low that ran 50 points. Now are we going to get laddering here? So let me turn on the essentials indicator. We are inside the first 3-minute candle, so be careful. The opening is a little lower. If you were wanting to play long here, off the top of that strong level is an option. Off the opening is the option. If you're waiting for the first 6 minutes to pass, no trade. No trade. No trade. Now, this 95 level was a really big level for us a couple days ago. Remember? This was the level that we just couldn't seem to lose, and then we lost it, and it was a good move. So all right, so I took that trade. I got some points. I did really well last night, 40 points, so I can play a little more aggressive than the average bear, maybe. So I'm long off that level. I don't normally like trading the first 6 minutes, but it's a pretty decent setup with a small stop. My stop is now at break even. So whatever happens, happens. So as it got over this, we said if you wanted to take a long off the strong, you could, but you're inside the first 6 minutes, so it's kind of dangerous. I took it. Now it was up 3 or 4 points. I can't let it go against me. If it gets me out, I don't care. Back to the drawing board. I don't think it needs to double tap, but we already had a 50-point move off of this, so yeah, we'll see. Ain't no thing. No single trade should ever hurt you. No single trade should ever hurt you. If you're nervous, if you're sweating, if your foot's tapping, you probably traded too big, or you didn't wait for the optimal entry and you did not take a good entry. So if you took this trade here with multiple contracts, make sure you're peeling something. I'm going to go ahead and lock just 2 points. I'm small, but hey, I'm going to go ahead and lock 2. It's 30 points all the way to this strong level. That would be nice. I think I'm going to take a 10-pointer. Either which one it gets me out at, a 2-pointer or a 10-pointer. I'm going to just, because we've already had a nice big move there. I'm going to go ahead and just snag my 10-pointer. I'm out. I'll take my 10 points. One trade down. And the reason I was a little more aggressive on the take profit on that is because this thing already moved 50 points from this level. And so, yeah, that's just me. You do you. Looks like that was a pretty good move. All right, back to the drawing board. I need something new. Very nice. Well, YouTube, thanks for joining us. Don't be shy to say hello. We are the friendliest group you'll run into. What's at 9:45? I only had ADP today. $8.45 is, huh? Oh, okay. Thank you, sir. Wonder why I didn't pick up those news events. Thank you, sir. All right, so I'm flat. News in 9. All right, 8:45 my time. Refresh. Oh. AMET. There we go. My goodness. I'm experimenting here with the refresh. There we go. There we go. You took the 10-pointer as well. Nice. Yeah. You know, after it's done, Flash Manufacturing PMI. Let's just do a quick reading on it. Manufacturing and services. Survey of 800 purchasing managers, which asked respondents to rate the relative level of business conditions, employment, production, new orders, and prices. I wonder why. Sorry, I'm talking to myself. All right, 5 minutes to news. Yeah, nice day. I'm in up 50 points. The 220 last night and the 10 this morning. Wasn't worth multiple contracts for me. Otherwise, I would have taken off 10. If I'd have done 3 contracts, I'd have done 10, 10, keep a single runner back. Coming back into the opening, 5 minutes to news. Thank you for that, Pappy. And no trade zone by time. Getting under the opening. Are they going to take back the Trump candle? I actually hope they do.
No level, no trade, period. Make price come to you. No prediction trading. What are the break levels telling you?
All right, we're all under previous day low. Downward sloping VWAPs, under the VWAPs. We're all below. News in 4.5 minutes. Stand down. And of course, we know at any moment a 250-point move can happen. You know, if yesterday wasn't a reminder to always trade with the stop and to know at any moment a 200-point candle can come out of nowhere. Respect the risk. Respect the risk. Somebody in the group yesterday said they're printing out that chart, and not a bad chart to print out. Man. I was lightly watching here for this. I was like, no, you're not doing it. You already took it. Stop it. You ever have to yell at yourself? Say, nah, you're not doing that. All right, so we took the overnight low. Let's see what happens. Are the bulls going to respond here? News in 2 minutes. Real difficult time to want to be entering a trade. I'm going to drop to 15-second chart here for a second. $81 to $78 could be an entry. If you wanted to be aggressive, but you got 2 minutes here to news. Every single trade is high risk. Never allow it to go against you. Three 15-point candles too. You know, I turned off that. I need to go back and turn that on. Thank you. Oh, I did turn. Okay, it's been reset. Okay. 3 15-point candles. That tells you poor strategy says no trading. It says walk away. It's too dangerous. All right, 82 to 78, I think I said, could be a trade long if you were interested in being aggressive. Of course, there's 1 minute to news, so yeah, very big candles. Very big candles. All right. Will this be an excuse to take it back? All right. A little silliness on the dot. Bring up Forex here. Who's going to win? Seems like quite a little battle right here. Well, I took the 82 long. I got one contract. I'm at break even. I have 50 points, so I got a little bit I could play with, but I'm at break even, so it's all good. So that 82 to 78 is where I thought there could be a trade existing. I'm going to go ahead and lock 2 points just to ensure nice green trade. Yeah. Sometimes you make your money 2 points at a time. I prefer it 10 points at a time, got to be honest. All right. 2 nice little call outs. Long here, it was early, it was dangerous. This was also early and a little dangerous because of the news event. If you've taken no trades, no big deal. We'll wait till we get another setup. I'm going to go ahead and capture 5 points. Needs to stay above the opening. So that's why I moved it to 5 points. It's just right under the opening here. Almost got me. Almost got me. Almost got me. I wanted to recapture that opening and go. If it's going to come back in from the opening, well, I'm going to capture as much of this as I could. So I went long here. Stop is literally like just under the low of that candle. Like right there. It needs to clear the opening. Clear it. Go. Go. Get. I'm out. Fine. I wanted it to clear that because they already bounced once off the opening. Okay. So I was hoping the second time was the push through, but it's not being aggressive enough for me. I'm out. I'm flat. I'll wait for the next trade. I'll wait for the next trade. You have a 15-point candle on a 1 minute chart. Go to 3 minute chart. Still got the 3 15-point candles. ATR is almost in the super danger zone, 10 and above. We're all below. Longs are counter, small if at all, never making things worse. And even yesterday we said this move does not put the bulls in control. This does not put the bulls in control. The bears still control. It's the bulls to lose. They tried. Battle plan 2 short had us coming to here. That's where I had it going. Don't know if it'll do it, but then we'll bring up the battle plans a little further down. All right. 2 fast scalps this morning. We're all below. We're almost hitting the 10 ATR. 3 15-point candles says don't trade this. And there's some data definitely to prove that that's probably not a prudent behavior to trade. Now, if you happen to have been short, as an example, and you get a 15-point candle that goes your way, well, cool. Stay in it. But to enter a new trade is really dangerous. I had to move battle plan 4 over here a little bit further because it was in the way of another trade. Yeah, let's bring that back. Bring that back over. It's too far away. There we go. I like that better. Looks like you're about to get another 15er. There's no way I could have taken that short off the opening. Because I'd much rather trade a liquidity grab than shorting where a liquidity grab is. One of the trades I've learned to get rid of is once it grabs that liquidity, I don't take the first short. I just don't do it. It hurt me too many times, and I went, you got to stop it. When we grab that liquidity, I'm looking for a ladder back, no matter which side that is. If we take out the overnight high and come back in, I am not taking the first long. Same thing here. We grab the overnight low. We come back in. I am not taking the first short. I'm just not. It's off the table. It's as strong of a rule as I will not add to a losing trade. Which sometimes it takes years to beat that into you. It takes years sometimes for people to go, yeah, it's true. I can't add to a losing trade. I can't do it. I suck at it. All right. So certainly large candles. We're all below previous day low. ES and NQ are now stretching the distance from their VWAP. We're all under VWAP. We all appear to be laddering down. Let's take back the Trump candle. Come on. Do something awesome. I'm going to zoom out a little bit because since I'm not short, my eyeballs come down here. I mean, that's a long ways to go, but that's the next place I'm interested in engaging in price, because let's zoom over a little bit. There's nothing here really. You know, originally I was crafting out a trade, and if it did it, I have no problem playing with the strong levels. That it comes back in and reclaims this, I might be interested. Okay, comes into this one, reclaim. I might be interested in that one. They're really holding on. And then if we reclaim this strong level, I would once again be interested in that. Because if they can't take this back, this should be relatively easy. And the bears can't do that. I'm watching the reclaim of this. That's me. I'm at 3 times in a failure to make a new low. It doesn't mean to go long. I need to see laddering now. So let's go and drop to a 1-minute chart just so we can watch. My preference is for them to take back the Trump candle. So, but I'll trade what's happening in front of me. I do think the bears control. So long should be surgical. And it's just not my favorite location to look for a short, so it's not on the table for me. Not at this point. All right. So we took 2 longs today, a 10-pointer and a 5-pointer.
Bigger picture, single prints, ranges.
As we know, Battle Plan 3 already ran 50 points last night. here in the Asia going into the London session. So we're treating all longs as micro scalps, for lack of a better word. See money, take money, we often like to say. We are all below. Bears just can't seem to make a new low. So I'm watching for the reclaim of the opening in this strong level, and I might be interested in another long. Otherwise, come on down, baby, to battle plan 4.
Stretch, workout, get up.
Big candles for going nowhere. I thought that blue candle was going to be another 15 pointer. We're almost at a 10 ATR where this will turn red. $89 and $95 are these two levels. My goodness. Another test of the opening. Another test of the opening. Will the bulls do it this time? Will the bulls do it? Another failure at the opening. We're on a 30-second chart looking at the micro gyrations here. Back to 1 minute. I'd love to see a reclaim of the opening with aggression. Wouldn't be shocked to see a big white candle here. Big battle at the opening. Big battle. Well, nice 8-point candle there off the opening. There's the big candle off the opening. You know, with this price action, if you take a trade and you're given a quick 10-pointer, I say take it. We're not at a section on the chart where like I want to do everything in the world to hold on to a runner. Where we're at, I think you take the micro scalps, you get in, you get out. Battling this 95 level, which was a big level all week last week. Not all week, but it was a big level. I forget which day. There was a day where we called this level the Teflon Don level. Feels like it's decision time for the Bulls. Very nice. I'm long the opening. I had to. Now this one I'm going to hold like a runner. I'm in a different position, so I'm going to try to hold this one as a runner. If we can clear the VWAP, I'll play from there. Very nice. Get up there. Pay my traders. Come on. Get up there. Come on. You know, I had a hat. No. That was... Well, this would be my third 10-pointer if I did it. That would be a hat trick. 3 different entries. 10 points or more. Oh, so tempting to take the 10-pointer here. Come on, stay up there. You don't need to come back down. Get up there. Very nice. Do I take the 10-pointer? Come on, pop up there. Let's go take a peek at everybody else. I'm going to take the 10-pointer. 10 or 5. That's what I'm going to do. 10 or 5. Either one you want to give me. 10 or 5? Five it is. Just feels like a scalp morning, man. Cool. 10-pointer, 5-pointer, 5-pointer. Hey. I'm holding till death does us part. Man. Almost had a 10-pointer there. Get up there and hook up Ireland. I just don't have enough confidence in trade location here to do anything smaller than one contract. But we did good. Think about it. Long here. Long here. Long here. That's a nice morning. All right, get up there for Erland, who's going to hold better than me. That guy. It didn't need to do that again. Oh, Erland getting paid. Anybody else held longer than me? Congratulations. Nice trade. Nice trade. Ugh. Seriously? Seriously? Nice job. Nice job. Nice. Way to hold better than me. Ugh. Oh, well. Back to the drawing board for me. Don't be shy to take your 10 and 20 pointers. Bears do control, in my humble opinion, although we took 3 longs. Just because Bears control doesn't mean you have to long. I mean, you have to short. We do really well. Erland, are you locking something? Are you holding for death does you part? Maybe a 20-pointer there. Locked 5. I think it's smart, my friend. You know, I got a 20-pointer right here too, you know? But we are above the opening. We did do a double dip into the overnight low. We're trying to get above VWAP. Russell is back inside a previous day range. Dow's at a place that could slam back down, and so is NQ. So tough spot. If it breaks through, it should be a phenomenal trade. I'm flat. Coming back to your 20-pointer. Come on, get up there. Pay the trader.
No level, no trade, period. Make price come to you. No prediction trading. What are the break levels telling you?
Beautiful trades this morning. So if you're long from the opening, especially, congratulations, you held better than me. Maybe we can clear this next strong range here, and boy, what a move that's going to be. Make sure you're capturing something, even if it's only 5 points. You could have captured 20, or you can capture 10. Bears do control, so just be mindful of that. That's my opinion. You might think bulls control. That's cool. I could see the argument. I am flat. I need something new. How many 15ers do we have now? We are at a 10 ATR. Now we got 4 15 points. All right, let's turn off some stuff here. Just keep the strong levels on. You know, if you're in a trade and you're in a winning trade, you don't need any levels on, really. I've locked 12 now. Nice job. All you need to do is just stay in the trade. You don't need any levels. And you want to know where you want to engage in price, because maybe if you're long, you're like, okay, if we get to the strong range, I'm out. And that's what you're just monitoring. But if you took the opening, I encourage you to make sure you take something. Bears control, in my humble opinion. And to me, the biggest magnet is down here, not up here. So doesn't mean we can't scalp and do really, really well. Nice trade, man. Nice trade. Nice trade. And you did the right thing. You took something off with a nice green trade. Is this another 15er? Man, back to the opening. Man. Well, I'm happy with my TPs today, in all honesty. And as we said, Dow was hitting an area it could slam back in, and then Q was at an area it could come back in. And that makes holding ES challenging as well. My humble opinion. 22 that way, 17 that way. Big candles just flirting with the opening. Nice trading. So just to recap, when we cleared here, went long there, called a long between 82 and 78, took 10 off on the first trade, 5 off this trade, and then when we came back to the opening, took that trade as well. So nice job. Now I would really need something new. I'm not going to play in here anymore. I need something new. I don't need to play anymore. Very nice day. All right. So I'm up a little more than I thought. I'm up 57 points. I think I'm going to close down my platform. I'm going to close my trading platform. I don't need it open anymore, because I need something new now. All right. I'm in a holding pattern now. 14 minutes to IB highs and lows. Compared to the London session, we've had a very small opening. Ideally, I'd like to see us come on down. Let me go ahead and load my battle plan trades. I don't need battle plan 3 anymore. That thing is already worn out and tested to death and played out for a 50-pointer last night. Gave us a 10-pointer this morning. I really want to see us come on down. You know, this move here, gotta be honest, I don't think that strengthened the market. I think it weakened it. And that's why in Battle Plan 2, I had it coming all the way back down. So we'll see. I'll turn back on the strong levels. It's quite a ways down there before, but there's many things that can happen along the way. Any of these strong levels, I would be interested in possibly trading on the reclaims. So I'm at least 40 to 50, 60 points away from a trade. Platform closed. Jeez. Let's throw on profile since we've been up here. Okay. This 95, man, keeps bouncing. Doesn't give me a trade though, so don't care. All right. Well,
Bigger picture, single prints, ranges.
I'm just not going to take that 95 with all those triple and quadruple tappings. So I'm hanging back waiting. Actually going to work on tonight's battle plan review while waiting for something to happen. Erlen, were you able to take Battle Plan 3 last night that ran 50 points? I know you're in Norway, so, but you may not have been able to trade during that time. So today was just the scalper's delight. That's what today was.
Should I be trading? Am I biased? Am I following price or fighting price?
Should I be trading? The paramount question you should always ask yourself. At this point, price just seems to have died. It's just hovering here. It is still up here in the meat of this. It needs to get above the RTH low, in my opinion. Bulls are failing by not doing that. So if it can't get above this strong range, I bet it. I'm just betting it's coming down here. So I got nothing until we get down here. Actually, I'm not interested in engaging in price up here. I wanted to engage in price on this and hopefully hold a runner, but it didn't happen. So I'm only really interested in a little bit more of a down move, I believe. Of course, we'll trade price action as it develops. I'd be high and low in 5 minutes. All right, price is doing nothing, so you'll have to hang out with me for a second. I need a screenshot. Battle plan 3 here. Thank you. Don't need it anymore.
Stretch. Workout. Get up.
I find if I don't work on these battle plan reviews throughout the day, at the end of the day, it's just too difficult. So I have to do it throughout the day as they are presented. Man, that 95, such a killer level. I need to do one more screenshot. I need to... Nice bounce off that level again. I just can't take it. I don't care if it bounces. Not everything is my trade. And we're not on a location on the chart. I'm just willing to die on the hill to be long at 95 here. It's fine. Not every move is my move. You know, it's one of the things that younger traders, they get in trouble with. They think they got to be in every short and every long. No, you don't. You got to be in your short and you got to be in your long. You know, it was strange. Just to show you, was good reason to read the notes. I assume you read the notes. But Battle Plan 2 last night was the short.
I be low.
Battle Plan 2 last night was the short, but I talked about the take profit in Battle Plan 3. I said, if you got short with multiple contracts, this would be a great place to take off initial contracts and hold a runner just in case it takes back the entire runner. So Battle Plan 2 outlined the short, but in Battle Plan 3, it was saying, hey, if it gets there, take profit, like I discussed in the AM briefing. It did not take back the Trump candle yet. So I just wanted to point that out. It's probably an unusual way to do that. I should have just probably made a note on battle plan 2 that said the same thing. I should have included it in battle plan 2. But that's not how I was thinking when I did it. Wow, just dead. So IB highs and lows now. IB low. Looks like it's going to get the old IB high, but let's go ahead and mark it just for discipline. Let's turn on our magnet tools. You know, what we warned down here is the bears can't seem to make a new low here. And if we talked about that there was the opening, we're probably going to get a big white candle. We reclaim the strong level, talk about retest, and whatever. Seems like the easy trades, if I could use that word, is over. We need something new, and my eyeballs are going to be on battle plan 4 or nothing. Oh, hey, Steve. Well, here's what we did so I can recap you. Battle plan 3 was a reclaim here and a bounce, but last night that already played out for a 60 pointer. So we talked about if you take this trade here, you know, be tight. I captured 10 points on that move, believe it or not. I TP'd at 10 points. And then when we took out this low, I said you can go long between 82 and 78, and I captured 5 points on that move. And then once we reclaimed the opening, took a long off the opening for that move. Some people held longer than I did, but those are the 3 trades that we discussed on Zoom today. As scalps, see money, take money. If you're presented with a 10-pointer, take it. And that was how we traded this morning. You know, and as you're welcome. You're welcome. I figured you'd appreciate it. Now let's come back to here. Let's turn on the essentials again. So the core strategy for today, our advanced scalping system, is going to be 0 trades again today. When we get these multiple 15 pointers, I'm going to be disciplined in saying there was no trades here per just the core strategy. And we've had a lot of those lately. And I want to say I'm sorry. I want to apologize, but actually, kind of like some of the discussions yesterday, there's a lot of character building going on right now of learning to be patient and waiting for the trades. And sometimes, and lately, the overnights have had the most fun. I can't hold myself responsible for not being in battle plan 3 that ran 60 points last night. I was sleeping. And it's a little frustrating to say, crap, it used up 3 battle plan trades. The overnight used up 3 battle plan trades last night. That is unusual, but that's the season we're in. Like Pappy just said, welcome to Trump trading. There seems to be less opportunities during the New York sessions right now. And so once again, core strategy is going to get 0 points. Now, that could change for the afternoon. But right now, you know, we're at a 10.1 ATR. That's red. That is do not trade this. So, you know, it's frustrating. I get it. But the worst thing you can do is try to force a trade. Don't force a trade. Don't force a trade. And hopefully the battle plans can bring some sort of calm to that. Hey, it was great that 3 of them played out last night. It sucks you may not have been part of them, but you just got to wait longer. That's the devil prowling around right now. You know, trying to find your weakness. What is your weakness that can be exploited? And for most traders, the weakness is, I want to trade, and they get themselves into trouble, right? It just happens. Now, if price comes to where you want to engage in price, and you take a trade and it's a loser, that you can journal that. That's okay. We're going to take losses. We don't have a 100% winning system. We're going to take losses. But don't take a trade you can't journal. You know, we took 3 quick scalps today, and it was see money, take money with the disclaimer, bears control. So if you're long and you're given a quick 10 pointer, you take that thing. And if we can't get above here, my opinion is we're coming down into here. And I would be looking for battle plan 4. And so for people who are going to trade longer than me this morning, I would still be judging price action off these levels here for a reclaim long, but I'd still prefer it to come down into here. And ideally, I don't think we're going to get that far, but how many times have we seen it get there? Sometimes you'll see a map out trade and you're like, George is nuts. And before you know it, we're there. One Trump tweet, and we're there. So just be patient. Just be patient. There's nothing here I'm interested in now. Nothing. So my trading platform is closed. And I kind of hope it takes back the Trump camp. I got nothing, honey. Nothing. So sometimes you make your points 5 to 10 points at a time, you know, and 10 points a day keeps the doctor away. Market is waiting for something, isn't it?
No level, no trade, period. Make price come to you. No prediction trading. What are the break levels telling you?
Huh. It's a nice doji, isn't it, James? Wild. So I got nothing here. Big candles and going nowhere. Look at the size of the New York session compared to the London. And how big was this candle in the London over here? I meant to measure that this morning. Frickin' 25-point candle. So, well, nice trading today. Nice trading today. Sometimes it's just scalps, and sometimes you get to hold a nice runner. And I think in this environment with longs, it's prudent. If you're given a 10-point, take it. And there we go. Even if you'd have held a 3-contract system off, so far that can change. Let's talk about it for real quick. I'm waiting for the opening. So if you took the opening with a 3-contract system, you could definitely still be long, with a single runner. But man, is it worth the drawdown mentally for all of this? To me, it's not. But your mileage may vary. I would only do that if I was in love with the trade location. We're in the middle of the Trump candle. I'm not that in love. So no, thank you. All right. Schedule tomorrow's AM briefing. 'Cause there ain't nothing to do here.
Bigger picture. Single prints. Ranges.
Tomorrow's the 743 AM briefing. Bouncing all those times to just make you out 30 points later. It can be tough. Now, and Erlen, like we said, if it was a great trade location, you don't mind it. But this is not a great trade location. My humble opinion. Your mileage may vary. Jeez, this month's almost over. All right. I'm going to refill my water. I'll be back. Another 15-point candle going nowhere. Danger, danger. Well, guys, I think I'm going to call it. We're nowhere near a trade. You know, just to recap for anybody who came into the room late. You know, let's do a recap if you want, but I'm going to go ahead and kind of end this thing here. Pull up the battle plan. Let's just do a full recap. So, actually, I don't need. Let me do this. This is why I have to move them over sometimes, because they sometimes can gang up on each other. Let's move you over 50 pixels. 50 candles, actually. There we go. So last night when we opened, my eyeballs were hoping we got down into here, because I was looking for battle plan 1 here as the first possible trade. Didn't dip down enough. No big deal. Made it up to here. Started laddering down. If you're a full member, there was 2 beautiful core strategy shorts there that I took. And then battle plan 2 actually was beautiful. So let me do this. Let's get rid of battle plan 1. It already played out. Let's move battle plan 2 over so I can see it better. So battle plan 2, we had it coming under the strong range. It came under. Get back above the strong range, back above. Get back under. Got back under. And then there was the short. And the notes on battle plan 3 said that if you got short at battle plan 2, this is a perfect take profit for your initial contracts and hold a single runner just in case it takes back the Trump candle. Well, it didn't take back the Trump candle, but you had a nice 20-point move here. Nice 20-point move here. Then, if you happen to be an international member, we were looking for...
Stop trading in 10 minutes. Only trade your best trading hours. Take a break. Walk away. Be done. Be content. Adjust afternoon risk settings.
Looking for price to dip down into here, get back above, and there's your long for a 60-point run, in all honesty. So 2 beautiful trades last night. It just sucks if you're not trading the overnight. I didn't take this long. I would have preferred the long, I think. So 2 really nice trades. And then during RTH, I'll just tell you what I did. So because battle plan 3 already ran 50 points, I was a little leery of taking this trade, but I took the trade right off this strong level here for this move up, and I TP'd at 10 points. And luckily that turned out to be the nice trade. Then we took out the overnight low, and I said we can go long between 82 and 78. And on this move here, I captured 5 points. I had to stop at 5 points and 10 points, just so I'm treating this like scalper's delight. Almost got me at the 10-pointer, but came back and got me at 5. And then we said, I'm looking for a strong candle up over the opening and ladder above the opening, then above the strong level. I took the opening here on this move up. I once again had to stop at a 10-pointer and a 5-pointer. It got me out at the 5-pointer. Erland, I know he took the same trade. He held better than me and ended up taking profit up here. So, and then this is just trash. This is trash action. I'm not trading it. I have no interest in trading it. You know, had I been lucky and had a long down here with that held me, I'd still be holding. Another 15-point candle, guys. Oh! How come that didn't happen when we were long? So yeah, Steve, I did fine. I did 10 points, 5 points, 5 points. So I made 20 points. And last night on my short, I made 20 points and 20 points. So I had a really nice day. I'm up 60 something points, I think. Jeez, look at that, dudes. Where's Caleb News Network? Oh, well. Jeez. And that would conclude my morning. You know, core strategy says you get 3 15-point candles. It's not worth trading. I know, Scott. So much for a settled down week. We're kind of looking for a little more. And, you know, I guess when you're at war, you're bombing other countries. Things can get a little crazy. So nice trading though today. If you took them, all winners. Battle plan trades paid if you could have traded them overnight. Now at this point, I am so done. It's crazy. So I think that'll be it for me, guys. I'm going to work on battle plan and review and stand down. Stand down. Yep, guys, that's going to be it for me. I will